Hi, welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice With Me. We're still working from the Standard of Excellence, Book 1, and today we're working on page 23. Okay, so the top is talking about the key signature. Now, the funny thing is, we have been going over the key signature this whole entire time. It just makes it a lot easier to learn it earlier. Okay, so this key signature that's showing on the top here has one flat, and we have not talked about which key signature this is, unlike the others. So that key signature is the key of F. This one's a little strange, since the others are a little easier to figure out. You just go one flat behind, but when there's only one flat, you have really nowhere to look. So this one is just the key of F, and we'll get it as we go along, and we'll remember it. Okay, and the book tells us on the top, this key signature means play all B's as B flats. But since we worked ahead, we kind of knew that already, didn't we? All right, great. So now we're looking at our next song. So this is E natural. And if you've watched the previous actual flute lessons, we've already hit this one. But in case you haven't watched it yet, the fingerings go, you got your thumb down, and then 3 fingers on the left hand. You got your index, middle, and pinky down. You got ring finger up. It's a little funky at first, but you get used to it. And the register it's in is like the middle register, so it sounds like this. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try real quick? Great. Okay, so let's look at our song here. What key signature are we in? This is the key signature of C. No flats, no sharps. What is our time signature? 4/4. 4 beats to the measure. Great. What is our dynamics? This is written in forte, and that means loud. Great job. Okay, so looking ahead at the rest of the music, it wrote in the note E for us here. And I think they did that just to remind us that that's the new note we just learned. And it's E natural. Anything else in here that we should take note of? We have a couple breath marks, and we have a repeat sign at the end. Where does that repeat sign take us to? This one takes us to the beginning. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Did you remember to take the repeat sign? Let's do it again, shall we? Maybe we'll go a little slower since we just learned a new note. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job! Did you remember to take the repeat this time? Sometimes it's harder to remember the repeats when you go a little bit slower, or at least it is for me. Okay, let's play it one last time, back to our regular tempo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job! How's that E natural coming along? It makes it easy when we're from F to E natural. You only move one finger. Alright, let's move on to the next exercise, shall we? Alright, so looking at our key signature. What key signature is this? This is a tricky one, and I had just mentioned it not that long ago. That's the key of F. We only have B flat in this key signature. What is our time signature? Common time, and that means 4/4 time, 4 beats to our measure. Looking ahead at our dynamics, what is this written in? Piano, and that means soft. Great job. What else is in this song? We have a couple slurs, so we need to watch out for those too. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? And there's no repeat on this song. Don't repeat. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you do? Did you slur where you were supposed to? All right, let's give it a try again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. The first time, I didn't pay attention to our dynamic, and I kind of played it more of a mezzo forte. I didn't play it forte. But it's not written for mezzo forte either. It's written for piano. So this last time, I played it piano. Did you play in piano? Let's do it one more time, shall we? And let's play quietly. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? I played a little airy on the first parts. I wasn't pushing quite enough. So you know what? For my mistake, let's do it one more time. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, that was so much better. Are you still struggling to get notes out at piano? Well, a weird thing that helps me, to be honest, is when I'm playing quietly, it helps me if I raise my eyebrows. Couldn't tell you why, really, but it does. So when I play with my eyebrows just normal, it's like it's really hard to play and get solid notes out, and it's a little airy, but when I raise my eyebrows, can you hear that? my notes are a lot more solid. They're not as airy. So if your sounds are coming off a little airy, try raising your eyebrows and see if that helps. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise. What is the key signature? That is C. No sharps, no flats. What time signature is this? 3/4. So that means we have 3 beats this time to our measure. And looking at our dynamics, what is this written for? Piano as well. Shh. What else should we take note of in this exercise? We have a repeat. Great. Where does the repeat take us to? The beginning. And we have a second part written for this. So when we play the first go around, hit the repeat, go back to the beginning, and then do the second. Go to the number 2. All right, let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great, how did you do? Did you play it quietly? Did you try raising your eyebrows? Let me know in the comments if that worked for you. All right, let's play it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. There are no slurs in this song, but there is the tie at the end. Are you tonguing that? Because if you are, you shouldn't be. It should just be counting, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, just continuously. All right, let's play it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. Man, is it hard to play softly, isn't it? I know I struggle with it. Well, I don't really struggle with it, but it just takes a lot more control than just playing loud. But playing loud's a little more fun, at least in my opinion. I love just pushing it out and blurting out to everyone, But that's just me. Maybe you like playing quiet. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at our next exercise. What key signature is this one in? Now, we've talked about this one before. That's the key signature of B flat, which includes B flat and E flat. What is our time signature? 3/4. So once again, we have 3 beats to our measure. Now looking ahead at our dynamics, what is this written in? Forte. So we're back to being loud. Wonderful. Okay, what else should we take note within this exercise? We have slurs. We also have naturals, then written into flats. So when you take a look at the first measure here, we have F, right? And then we have E natural down to E flat. Now, why did they write the natural in? Because in our key signature, it's written as E flat. So they needed to let us know that it's a half step higher. So anyway, the key signature tells us that it's E flat, but they want that E as a half step higher And then, since they marked it as a natural, they have to let us know that they want it back down a half step. So therefore, they have to write in the flat. So we know to go back down a half step. And then the next measure, or the next two measures, it goes D, and then which E is that? That's E flat now. And that's because, remember, each measure, it starts over back to the key signature. So whether it had a natural in the previous one, doesn't matter. It's back to E flat. So that'll be E flat. Then we're going to go up a half step to E natural. Okay? And then when we look two more measures ahead, it's going to go F, E natural, E flat. Kind of like that first measure is exactly the same. And then when you look ahead two more measures, what E is that? Is that E natural or is it E flat? That one is E flat because it's a new measure. So we have to refer back to our key signature. So it's E flat. Does that make sense? Let's give it a try and we'll see if you kind of understand while we're looking at it. That's where the true test kind of comes to, is when you're actually playing, if you can comprehend what it is supposed to be. All right, let's give it a try. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did that make sense to you? So basically, this exercise kind of prepares us for a different kind of scale. This prepares us for the chromatic scale. Now the chromatic scale is moving up each half step, unlike the regular major scale, which is made up of both whole steps and half steps. For our upcoming music theory, that'll be airing on Wednesday, we're going to talk a lot more about that. So make sure you tune into that one. That's a very important one. But anyway, back to our chromatic scale. The chromatic scale is all half steps up. This is one of those scales that they're also going to drill you on, and you're gonna have to know and memorize. So this kind of just prepares us for that. So that's why it's written with both the naturals and the flats, is that's how the chromatic scale works. And a lot of times our music will be like that too. Our actual music pieces will be like that too. So let's play it again. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Let me know if you're having problems with this one in the comments. If you're getting it, also let me know in the comments. So let's explain this one more time in case you're not quite understanding. So remember, the key signature tells us which ones have flats in them per each measure. So since the first measure, they have to write in the natural sign because they want it a half step higher than what the key signature shows. But then they want it back down a half step, so they have to tell us go back down to flat. Then in the third measure, because it's a new measure, it's back to our key signature, so it's E flat. But then they want it to go up a half step, so then it's a natural. And then when we get to measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they want it to start with the E natural, but then they have to tell us to go down a half step. So that's why it has the flat written in, and the natural's written in because the key signature tells us it's E flat. And then in measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that one is to remain E flat because of the key signature. Let's play it one more time. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. This one has an achievement. So let's see what we achieved today. So that was exercise 95. So this one worked on notes, rhythms, and slurs. We did work on those. Did you slur those like you were supposed to? I was more concerned about us getting the flats and the naturals. It's kind of a lot. Well, it's a lot for us to see now since we're kind of new to it. But as we go along, like everything else, it'll just become more natural. Ha, no pun intended. Okay, let's move on to our next exercise. This is the F major scale. So, remember our scales from the previous lesson? We did the B flat major scale. And you can tell what they are. So last week we did B flat. Why was it B flat? How was it B flat? That's because of the key signature it was in. So look at your previous page here on 22. B flat major scale. That's because it's in the key signature of B flat. Today's scale is the F major scale, which is the one I was talking about from the top. F major scale, because it has the same flat. It always ties in with the key signature. Whatever major scale it is tied in to the key signature. So that'll always know. So that means if we're playing the E flat major scale, what is the key signature? E flat. Simple as that. Okay, so we already said it was the F, the key signature of F. What is our time signature? 4/4. So we're back to 4 beats in our measure. What dynamic are we in? Forte, so remaining loud. And this is pretty much, I think, the same. Yeah, this is the same way written rhythm-wise, because it's going to sound very similar. It's just going to be a little bit lower, but it's going to sound the same as the B flat major. So our rhythm, even our rhythm is the same, okay? So let's play this, and at the end we still have the divided parts. So let's play the top part together. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Did you remember to watch for the fermata? Great. Let's do it together one more time, both top part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. Now, are you hitting your E naturals as well? Remember, they're E naturals because of the key signature. Okay, this time let's both play it together, but this time, towards the end, we're gonna play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Let's play it one more time, both together, both on the bottom part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, this time let's do it again. You play the top part, I'll play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Okay, let's swap parts this time. So this time, I'll play the top part, you play the bottom part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. We're gonna have these scales down in no time. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, so first thing, what key signature are we in? F. We have B flat. What is our time signature? 2/4. So this time, how many beats in the measure do we have? 2. Okay, and what is our dynamic? Forte. We have a couple slurs in here. What else do you notice about this piece? We have the repeat at the end. The repeat goes where? The beginning. And then we have the second ending. What else do you notice about this exercise? We're back to the solo solis and the tooties. You see that there on the top? And the book is reminding us for lower notes, make your lip opening larger and direct your airstream lower. So, that's a really great exercise just to get us getting used to where the embouchure goes and where we're directing our air. So go ahead and take a moment to pick one of the notes we know and do it in the lower register and then the higher register. So I did F. Go ahead and give it a try. Great job. Okay, let's get back to our exercise. Okay, so right now, let's both play the whole thing with the repeat. And remember, it's 2/4. Ready? 1, 2. Great job. I messed up a little bit where we came in for the tootie. I was thrown off by the B flat. I don't know why. Remember, I'm also, I'm sight reading this. You may or may not be sight reading this. So sometimes with sight reading, you get a little thrown off. But usually after the first time I play it, I know what it's supposed to be. So if you seemed a little ahead, you were probably right. Okay, let's play it together one more time. Ready? 1, 2. Wonderful. I got it that time, did you? Okay, this time let's actually follow the solo, soli, and the tootie part. So this time, I'm going to play the solo, soli, and the tootie. You play the tootie only. Now, the second part here, do you play that? So it's going to be just like your number 1 here. So when we repeat, it's back to me only. It's back to the solo. And then you come back in where it is tootie and you play the rest of the part. Okay? All right, ready? 1, 2. Wonderful. Did you remember where you came in? I try to direct you into come in. That's kind of what my nudging is. If you're watching and wondering what I'm doing, that's kind of me cueing you to come in. Okay, let's swap parts. This time, you play the solo soli. I'm going to come in for the tootie. All right, ready? 1, 2. Wonderful! Did we end up landing together? If not, go back and we'll try it again. Okay, and if you did, great. Let's move on. We are now go for excellence. Okay, so looking at what we have here, what is our key signature? That's B flat. So we have B flat and E flat. What is our time signature? We're back to 4/4. Okay, what else do we have going on in this song? What dynamic is this written for? Forte, so we're being loud still, yes. What else do we have in this song? We have accents on our first 3 notes. So remember, hit it hard, then bring it back. So ta, ta, ta. Okay, what else do we have? We have the 1 measure repeat here. So remember, we're gonna go back to this measure once. So it's gonna be ta, 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 repeat, ta, 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 then move on. Ta, ta, ta. And then we have some breath marks written in here. And what else do we have in here? We have a repeat at the end. Where does the repeat take us to? Back to the beginning. And for our second time around, do we play this 1 measure repeat? We sure do. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job! Did you know this song was this old man? It's written in here, but I didn't read it, did you? That's always kind of a fun surprise. I probably should read it in case it was some important information, but it was fun. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. How did you do? Are you remembering to take the 1 measure repeat? It's kind of hard to miss since that symbol takes up the whole entire measure. All right, let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job today. It's crazy how far we're getting, isn't it? It's wonderful. All right, before I let you go, I'd like to send a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification button so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon.